what's in my garden. This evening I wanted to show you some Epimedium grandiflora that I have growing here in my under my deck. Common name is Barrenwort. Some people call it bishop's cap. It is not a native perennial to the United States. Its origins are from China and other parts of Asia. And what you're seeing here is new leaves. And when they first come out, they have this particular variety has a nice little reddish tinge. And you see all these lovely little yellow flowers. This one does look more like a little cap than another one I'll show you. The other one I'll show you, the flower reminds me more of a spider. It is a tough little perennial, pretty well evergreen. I cut the old foliage back probably mid-March because I knew all of these new little leaves and the flowers come up almost at the same time, and the old foliage will kind of hide it. So the foliage kind of does like a Lenten rose or hellebores do. They keep the foliage through the winter season. It's really nice, pretty little perennial. This particular variety only gets about 6 inches tall. It is a great kind of ground cover. This one spreads more through rhizomes. You can see it's starting to creep over toward a hosta I have. It is, some of its best attributes are that it is deer and rabbit tolerant. They don't tend to bother it. And it likes, it doesn't mind growing in dry shade. So if you've got like under a maple tree or something where it's really dry, this would be a good little ground cover. And it would be, you know, evergreen pretty well all year long for you. It will grow, this one gets a little bit of sun in the late afternoon, so it will take a little bit of sun, but will handle heavy shade also. And we'll walk over and look at another one I have. This is another Epimedium I have, and I will look inside of my records and see if I've kept the actual variety. You see the leaves are a little longer, much more splotchy with the red on the new leaflets. This one tends to grow as a clump and doesn't tend to spread. And you notice if you get right up here to these little flowers, they do kind of have, you know, that little bit of a spider-like look. And these tend to be the whites and pinks, so you get a variety of colors depending upon, that's a little gusty, depending upon the particular species and variety that you select. So it's a nice, interesting, different look. And this one is growing here underneath a peach tree. And this particular one's probably about 12 inches tall. The flowers on this one tend to get up above the foliage, where on the other one I showed you just a moment ago, sometimes the foliage competes with and may hide the flowers, especially if you don't cut back the prior year's foliage. So if you're looking for a hardy, tough perennial with pretty well evergreen year-round for those dark shade deep dark shade places, or in a dry shade situation, this is a really nice perennial to choose.